Welcome everyone to another Results Now webinar. This is Jeff Herring, your host, and we're broadcasting live from our virtual studios just north of Atlanta, Georgia. Our topic today is profitable product creation. From content to best-selling product in 5 easy steps. And in the demo part of this Results Now webinar, I'm going to walk you through those 5 steps. Little line at the bottom that you've seen maybe on Facebook this week, got content, then you can have best-selling products. Some folks before the webinar started were talking about all the blog posts they had, but not enough paid products. We can change that very easily. All right, so let's get going here. A couple of announcements before we get going. Many of you, let me know if you already have this in the Q&A, if you've already got the Video Maker FX software, powerful video making stuff. Tried saving y'all $10 a time last week as it went up $10 every few days. It's now resting at 67 and will remain there for a while. Kim, Delbert, got it. Sam, lots of people. Good. We're going to be doing stuff with that. It's going to be resting at $67 for a while. Then when Peter makes some good upgrades to it, great upgrades to it, it's going to rise to 97. So it's really up to you. I mean, if you got it in now, you get the upgrades then. If you want to pay $30 more for them, wait till then. I've already got some extras too. Yeah, there's some good training in there. Okay, so that's that link right there. This link here, reverse system. Thursday, this coming Thursday, 4 p.m., Jason Flatland is going to come in and show you, kind of take you behind the scenes of his 8-figure business and show you how he templatizes his enterprise. How he takes just about everything, every process that works, turns it into a template. You guys know templates are near and dear to my heart, so saw him do this webinar a couple times, and I've got the stuff, and wanted to get it in front of you guys too. So write those down, jeffherring.com/video maker FX and jeffherring.com reverse-system. Now, for those of you that are joining us for the very first time, welcome. Glad you're here. Now, here's why. Listen to me. Now, listen. This is not going to be 1/2 hour of how great I am, and if only you do what I do, you can be too. Yuck. I know you guys have been on those webinars, so have I. Just give me like under 5 minutes here to let you know you're in the right place. Okay? Now, what transitioned me from a thriving private practice in marriage and family therapy into doing what I do now is this column you see here. Local column, or a relationship column for the local paper. Exploded my business. People got to see how I approach problems and how I solve their problems, which was hilarious because I never finished my PhD at Florida State. Professors told me I couldn't write. I believed them. All of a sudden I'm doing this. And to top off that story, about 2.5 years ago, one of those professors signed up for one of my content creation workshops, which was a happy day. Speaking here in Atlanta at the Novice to Advanced Marketing System workshop that we do twice a year. Now, here is a lineup of what ought to be familiar faces, what I call my big four. Dan Kennedy, widely thought of as the #1 copywriter in the world. I've done behind-the-scenes content marketing for him. And yes, the first check he ever wrote me is framed and in my office. Lisa Sasevich, known for the Invisible Close, great mentor for speaking, uses this stuff with herself and her students. Alex Mondosian, done content marketing for him behind the scenes. And last but definitely not least, my first mentor, Tom Antion, someone who's now a good friend and colleague, still learning from him, uses this stuff with himself and his clients. So folks, it's good enough for them. Like a lot of people said, good enough for y'all, right? Good way to look at it. So you don't have to just take my word for it. Entrepreneur Magazine talks about why content marketing is king. And we're going to focus on one of the 5 pillars of content marketing in this webinar. Now here's those 5 pillars, 5 simple steps to 6-figure success. First one's content creation, unleashing your message and making a difference in the world. Then the big benefits you get from content. Getting found all over your niche as the go-to expert. Driving traffic, evergreen waves of high-quality traffic. followed by list building, creating a highly responsive list with your content. And then where we will focus today, product creation, cashing in on your content. Excuse me, by creating products, trainings, and resources your community will love and invest in. Now, if you're a beginner, I'm glad you're here because you're in the right place, because you're going to learn or find out all the typical mistakes and how to do it differently from the beginning. Maybe you've been doing this a while and you're frustrated. You're not making what you know you deserve. I went along for months at $200 a month before I discovered and started using and doing what I'm going to show you today. Now, if you're an expert, I'm honored that you're here. I love seeing my colleagues on my webinars. I really appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. And you're going to get a powerful edge. So let's get going here. Here's what you're about to discover. Webinar wisdom for our event. The content to product mindset. How to look at this before you do this. Got to get your viewing straight before you do your doing. And then 3 big content to product blunders. 3 things that people get stuck on and what to do instead. I want you to show you how powerful this is. And then we're going to do a little mini workshop, content to product demo. I'm going to take you through 5 steps of creating what ought to be a familiar resource by now. Then I'm going to reveal towards the end the content to product genius strategy. Now, what we're going to do in here in the Results Now mini workshop is what I promised in the emails, revealing something that I've never revealed in this way before. The reason why it's so easy for me to quickly go from good idea to money in my bank in days with creating products. I'm going to walk you through, as always, your next success steps and how to run with this and profit. And like all my events, a whole lot more. Plus, like all my events, this event has 2 sponsors. The first one is profitable product creation, being consistently profitable in your online business. That means there's a course coming, and I will do everything I can on this webinar to convince and persuade you to come on board so we can create your products. Now, relax. Don't worry about that. That offer is going to come only if I deliver on all the promises I just made you. And I'll come to you and ask you if I have. Now, we have an additional sponsor for most of our events now, a cause I really believe in, called Outnumber Hunger, helping to feed local families. Folks that are like within a mile of you, okay, that for whatever reason aren't eating tonight. And through our webinars, because a percentage of everything that comes in from these webinars goes to Outnumber Hunger, in the last month alone, you guys have raised hundreds of dollars for this organization. So thank you, and I'm proud of you. And I'm so glad we get to help out. All right, so here's your webinar wisdom. Do you have content? Let's not make that a rhetorical question. Do you have content? Yay or nay in the Q&A. Do you have content? Do you have blog posts, articles? Ever send an email answering a question? Created a video? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, screen scrolling with all kinds of yeses. All right, now, here's the thing. Shake your hand. Give yourself a high five. Pat yourself on the back, whatever. Because if you've got content, then you can create great information products that make a difference in the lives of those you serve. Okay? Sometimes I get accused of making things too simple. I could complicate it for you, but why? What I want to do with that is encourage you. If you've got content, the rest is just structuring and presenting that content in a way that gets people excited and gets them involved. And that's what I'm really good at. I'm going to share with you today. So now, the content, the product mindset. Here's what it's not about. Reinventing the wheel every time you sit down. Whoops. Reinventing the wheel every time you sit down to create an information product. Okay? So I hope you all pause to appreciate my fun little graphics. The animated one, reinventing the wheel, back when they invented it. And I will have to say this is probably the only the second time I've ever shown a picture of a kitten online. I did it one time on Facebook and said, this is the first time I've ever done this. That's all I did. And now it's a wheel, okay? So, You don't got to reinvent the wheel, is the point. What you want to do is plug your content and expertise into a time-tested, proven success formula. Okay? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Because when you've got content, Sam, there are formulas to place that content into. Okay? And Sam, you can do both. You can create content and use already created content in your products and services and create the content new for the info product. I do both. I'm going to show you a little bit about that during the demo. All right, so let's talk about 3 big mistakes and what to do instead. Blunder number 1, starting from scratch. Yes, that's similar to the mindset. That means 2 things. I want to underscore that point, which means another thing. It means this is really important. Okay? The worst thing you can do is start from scratch every time. It takes a long time, and most people quit before they get anywhere. So instead, follow a proven time-tested formula. I'm going to show you one, and there's a whole lot more where that came from. Blunder number 2. You know, this has been here for a couple webinars, and people have responded to it. I'm just leaving it here. Okay? Some of you have this misinformed belief, this limiting belief, and I love busting limitations. And that's believing that this stuff is only for those special people. The gurus that can create products. Please don't ever call me a guru. I don't like that word. Okay? Now, here's the deal. If you're willing to DTW, do the work. Say it with me here in the Q&A. Do the work. You can create as many products and resources as your little heart desires. Thank you, Kara. Awesome. What is that? Kim, there's lots of special people out there waiting to find what we have. Yeah, that you can get stuff to. All right, you guys are doing the work. Awesome. Blunder number 3, either too few products or too many. Now, 0 is too few, okay? And once you've created one can become too few. Because if you have just one and people purchase it, okay? Let me ask you a question, pop quiz business question. Who is the easiest person in the world to sell something to? Yeah, Stephen, Pressfield's book is great. I love it. A current customer, Sam. Yeah. Someone who's already bought, Carol. A person who's already bought. Yeah. Okay. Why do you think Amazon has underneath books people who got this also got? Okay. So you want to have something to upsell people into. And eventually, you want to help, you want to create your own product funnel or product ascension model. Now, some of you are believing you can't have too many. Yes, you can. Tracy, my head person in the background, will remember this. This is when I realized you can have too many products. Because I love doing it. I'm pretty prolific. And there was a time when I was creating a new one every month. And then it began to get a little crazy because we received a ticket in the help desk asking for login information. Somebody had been away for several months. And they wanted their login information to a product. It's a perfectly fine thing to ask. Problem was, it was my product and I didn't remember making it. And I thought, now wait a minute. Let's take this out a year, 5 years, 10 years. You're going to have so much stuff, you can't keep track of it. So I got rid of a lot of stuff or put it in the vault. It may never come out. And I'm just doing a few things to make it much more simple. Okay, so you can't have too many. Yeah, that is a funny problem, Kim. And in some ways, a good problem to have, but it can get in your way. All right, so instead, find your sweet spot. What's the right number of resources? I'm pretty much near my sweet spot right now, the way things are going. That'll be explained in some in the course and some on a future webinar. All right, so those are 3 things to avoid and what to do instead. Here's the power of content to product. Third time I've mentioned this, folks. It's a good thing. Eliminates reinventing the wheel. Now, listen, folks, write this down. Profit loves speed. Profit loves speed. You can quickly go from a good idea to profit. Now, actually, the first thing I ever created, I went from idea to profit that day. Now, what helped is a lot of the content was already created. A bunch of articles about dealing with difficult people bundled into the first ebook I ever sold. And that's one easy way to do it. Packaging your content, and we'll show you how to do that. But really, you can go from idea to profit easily within a week. The one that took me the longest is the 5.0 version of the profitable content creation templates. From starting it in just before Thanksgiving in November to launching it in January. And it would have taken less time, but there's holidays in there. So now another really big advantage, part of the power of content to product, is you avoid the feast or famine syndrome. Now you hear about all these great big launches all the time and people make millions of dollars. Well, they need those big things because they're not doing stuff in between. I don't like feast or famine. I like consistent. I like making money every day, which I pretty much do. And what they also don't tell you about those big launches is, if somebody made $1 million, well, 600,000 went to affiliates, another 200,000 went to ads and all the stuff. Okay, so having this done, having products out there, allows you, as you have different sites for them, different sources of traffic, videos, blog posts, content, webinars, driving traffic to it, to have money coming in every day. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so those are 3 strong advantages. Now, with that done, you guys ready for a little demonstration? You know what to do. Yay or nay in the Q&A. Connie, I don't know how many I have right now, but it's only a handful. I will be showing that in a future webinar. Okay, you guys are ready. Awesome. Thank you. So here's what we're going to do. You saw this if you were with us last week. This is the first step in the process. Whoops. Remember these 2 lines? Something your prospects must have, and how you're uniquely gifted. Where those 2 lines cross is your product sweet spot. Now, we're going to use, for an example here, the Profitable Product Creation course. Okay, so my prospects, you guys, my community, you need products, you need resources to sell people. I'm really, really good at creating them and really, really good at helping people do 2 things. See the ideas that are there in what they do that they can't see, because like all of us, you get too close to it, and helping them take that, package it, and offer it out there. Okay, so where those 2 things cross is the natural sweet spot for profitable product creation. Okay, so step 1 is running this little formula. Something your prospects got to have, something you're uniquely gifted at, what that is. Okay. Second step. What are the steps in your transformation process? Okay. How do you get them from where they are to where they want to be? Now, these are the 5 steps. Most of my courses have 5 modules. Okay. We'll get to that in step 3. But this is something you got to ask yourself once you've identified what it is you're going to deliver. Well, what are the steps that you take people through? You may not know. You may need to ask a client or other people. But step back far enough, or get somebody to help you step back far enough, which is part of what I do with all the consults for people that come on board, is what are the steps you do, maybe intuitively and almost unconsciously, that get people from where they are to where they want to go. The first thing I do is help you identify your product sweet spot, and then help you find out, what do your folks want? What do they want? What do they want to know? Now, come close, because I'm going to give you a huge secret just for showing up today. Okay? There is a second question that makes all the difference in the world. That second question is this. First question is, what do they want? Second question is, how would they like it delivered? How would they like it delivered? How do you think I know that you guys like courses the way I present them, with webinar training and Facebook community groups and all that kind of stuff? Because I've asked you. You told me. It's not rocket science. Okay? So, your product sweet spot, what do they want? Giving them what they want in the form they want it. Okay? Also in the course, we're going to walk you through help you identify your transformation process, the steps you take people through. I'm telling you, folks, doing that, because see, most people sell features. Some people are astute enough to market benefits. Very, very, very few people are good at identifying the transformation. When you can do that, your sales will go up. Period. Okay? And then step 5, creating your best-selling products. So when it comes to product creation, here's the steps in the transformation process I teach. So part of what you want to do here in the second step, remember the first one, back here, your product sweet spot, and then the steps in your transformation process, they don't have to be 5. Okay? I like 5. It's a nice number. Easy to do, okay? It might be 3, it might be 7, it could even be 4 or 6. I don't know. Don't get hung up on numbers. Just how do you do it? Step 3. Whoops, I went the wrong way. And okay, I know what I did. Quick review here. No, actually, the better way to get there. Hope I'm not making you too dizzy, folks. Right here. All right. Step 3. Now that I got you all dizzy, let's review. Okay, first, your product sweet spot. Second, what are the steps in your transformation process? Third, plug your transformation steps into a formula. Now, those of you that have taken a course with me before, okay, let me know if this looks at all familiar to what we do in our courses. Okay, it's 5 steps of plugging that whole process into a formula for each module. Okay, so if I'm doing module 1 of a training, let's do module 2. Okay, because that helps with wins and questions. So we're starting module 2. First thing we're going to talk about are what are the wins that everybody's had during the week. Why do I do that? To fill up time? No. It's social proof. It's other people saying, hey, this works. It's good for you. And people like to talk about what they did well and like to get noticed. So wins and then questions left over from the last training. Step 2 is usually what to avoid, what not to do. Step 3 is what I call the meat of the training. Whatever that topic is, that's when we do the hands-on results now workshop part of it, where people do things and create things with my help. And then we talk about what to do between modules. Now, I want you to notice something here. In step 1, I'm stepping into a conversation already going on. They've done some good things they want to celebrate, and they've got questions. Look what's happening in step 4. I'm not just leaving them till next module. I want them to be doing things. I want them to be in action. Why is that good? Alex Mendoza calls it selfish benevolence. The selfish part is when people take my stuff and use it and do good, they tell people. More people come in. It's a good thing. The benevolent part is when people take my stuff and do good, and get stuff done, you help people, you make money, et cetera, okay? And then step 5, what's coming up in the next module? This is what's called, in some ways, folks, a stick strategy. Because you will get people in there, depending on what your refund policy is, going, well, I don't know if I can do this. And then when you let them know what's coming, you get them excited about what's next. Make sense? So you're staying with them a little while longer. Okay. Now, this is just one formula I use to create a module for a course. Okay. It's not the only formula. There's a lot more where that came from. Try on different ones. Part of what makes course creation easy for me is there's a process I take people through. You're not reinventing the wheel over and over again. So the first step is your product sweet spot. The next step is identifying what the transformation is, then plugging that transformation into whatever formula you use. And then, now this one's pretty in depth, okay? So brace yourself. Offer the resource, okay? I know so many people who have created resources and then choke at this point. That's why I make it a step, and we'll park here and spend some time. Mary Jo, I don't know if you were on this webinar or not, long-term student of mine who helped her create some stuff, and then the email sequence to tell people about it, and then the last email making the offer. And God love her, I've got her permission to tell the story. The first 4 were videos talking about transformations and that kind of stuff. 5th email was going to be the offer. She had that thing written with my help, and she sat there at her desk ready to press that button, but just couldn't. And listen to the limitation that she very creatively, I think, created for herself. Some of you, like me, are old enough to remember when it was considered not really cool or bad manners to call somebody after 9 o'clock at night. How many of y'all remember that? It was just bad manners to make a phone call after 9 o'clock at night unless it was like urgent or crisis or some emergency, right? Yeah, Sam, Kim, Lynn, you guys remember? Yeah, okay. So I'm not just hallucinating. All right, Connie and Joan and RJ. Yeah, RJ still believes that. Yeah, I pretty much do too. Charlotte Ann. Well, here's what Mary Jo was telling herself. It was getting close to 9 o'clock on the East Coast. She was in Mountain Time. So not, it was 7 o'clock where she was, but getting close to 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. And she thought, well, it's not polite to send out an email past 9 o'clock. She got past it. She sent it out. And guess what? Within a half hour, there were orders. It worked, okay? You've got to offer the resource. Now, some of you are thinking, how do I get over that fear? I'm going to give you a very, very powerful thing to do to get over that fear, okay? Because, listen, remember a while back when it was real popular, those bumper stickers and T-shirts and everything that said no fear, right? Well, guess what? There are times when you should have fear. No fear, in some cases, is a sign of being psychotic, okay? There are times when you ought to be scared, okay? Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is having fear and doing what you need to do anyway. That's what courage is. It's being scared and doing it anyway. So the number one way to get over the fear of making offers, write this down, okay? The number one way to get over the fear of making offers is to make offers. Okay? The number one way to get over the fear of making offers is to make offers. You get good at it. You get experienced at it. And then an interesting thing begins to happen. People respond to your offers. And then they tell you how much you helped them and what they accomplished with it, which just gets me up early in the morning with a big grin on my face. Okay? And eventually, it dawns on you, and you may hear my voice in the back of your head, because I've said this before, and it hits you. Wow. Making offers is really a great way to take care of my community. And if I don't, I'm doing them a disservice. Because if I've got the next success steps for folks, this is you thinking now. If I've got the next success steps for folks and I don't offer them, how selfish is that? Right? You come to realize that making offers helps people. So you create the product sweet spot. You identify your transformation process. You plug that process into a formula. Then you offer the resource. Here is 4 words to remember every time you offer a resource. Some will and some won't. Take you up on it. Some will and some won't. That's just the way of the world. Now, a great place I want to see you grow to is to have a whole lot of people that every time you offer something, they invest. And folks, many of you are on this call, and I appreciate you. So, you know, like Sam and Kim are saying, some will, some won't, so what? And you dance with the ones that say yes. And you work with the ones that said no to see what they really want to do next time or what's in the way, okay? So the way to get good at making offers is to make offers. Simple as that. The best way to do it is just to do it. Now, after you've made the offers, now, all right, just because it's just us here, I'm going to tell you something. Little secret, save you some work. There are many, many, many times, many, many, many times that I will offer a product or resource that is only in idea form. You told me you wanted it. I've got an idea around it. Now I'm going to offer it to you. And what do I pay attention to? Do people buy it? Do people jump on board? When they do, I create the product. When they don't, I don't. Now, those times have been few and far between, thankfully. But let me take you a little bit deeper into that notion. Okay? You've got an idea for a product, right? You offer it to your community. You haven't created it yet, but you've got the idea. You offer it to their community, to your community, and people jump on board. Then you go create the product. You might do that live like I do with the upcoming Profitable Product Creation course. Now, many of you will realize that when I launch a course, it's very, very inexpensive. And then later on, it goes up in price, right? So what you set up that way, folks, how many of you would like, here's a dumb internet question. Can't imagine anybody saying no to this. How many of you would like to get paid to create a product? Would you like to get paid to create a product? Big yeses. Good. Smart cookies out there. Okay? Here's how you do it. You come up with an idea, present it to your community, offer it to them. When they invest in it, you build it out live with them. It's a great way to do this, folks. That way you don't create something nobody wants. Simple as that. So after you offer the resource, you deliver the training. Now, sometimes that can be in a form where you don't have contact with them. My templates are all there waiting for people in profitable content creation templates. In this course, profitable product creation, there's some stuff in the members area. A lot of it will be created as we go through the modules. Okay. Kim did her weight loss challenge that way. Way to go. Okay. So again, the steps, the five easy, simple steps, never revealed this way before, that makes it so easy for me to create products and turn content that you already have into trainings. Okay. Find your product sweet spot. Identify your transformation process. Plug it into a system. Offer it to folks, and then deliver the training. For those of you that are a little bit more interested in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number one, identify the product sweet spot. Number 2, identify and discover the transformation process you deliver. Number 3, plug that process into a successful system, a successful formula. Step number 4, offer the resource. Step number 5, right here in front of you, deliver the training. And when you do it like I do, it becomes a package that people can get anytime. So 10 months from now, when I do a webinar on product creation, and there'll be lots of them before then, but 10 months from now, let's pick that number out of the air, I'll be doing a seminar, a webinar on product creation, offering a course that's already there waiting for them that you guys are going to get live. Okay? So, pretty cool way to do things. So, now, this is something I say every time. You'll see it on Facebook a lot. I recommend, one of those times you see it on Facebook is grab that infographic and put it up somewhere. There are more people out there, folks, waiting to hear your message, your transformational message, who can only hear it from you than you can ever get to in your lifetime. Those of you that wonder about, is there anybody out there for me to serve? Wrong question. It's how many people are out there, and can I get to as many of them as I can in this lifetime? Okay. Some of you are in big crowded niches. That's fine. I still play around in the relationship niche because that's where I came from. And I just carve out little niches or sub niches of little niches. One niche is creative, inexpensive dating, doing something besides a dinner and the movie date. I know a guy, Michael Webb, has got a great ebook about that. At the end of a lot of our relationship articles, we offer that. Okay. So just one little niche in a huge niche. I get 2 checks a month from ClickBank from doing that. Okay. There are more people out there waiting to hear your message who can only hear it from you than you can ever get to in your lifetime. Now, let's talk about how to take this and run with it and profit. Okay. Because see, you guys know you need best-selling products and services. It's part of why you're on this webinar with hundreds of other folks. The problem is most people are too scared to do it. I want to take you by the hand and get you past that. You have a life-changing message inside of you. I don't want you to leave the planet without having delivered it, especially if you're scared. And some of that is really not your fault because, all the people that told you you couldn't, And all the people that make it seem too hard, that's easy to believe. I believed it. I believed my professors that told me I couldn't write in graduate school. Look what I do now, you know? So what if? What if? Just what if? Play along with me here. What if there was a way to take away that fear, or at least show you how to feel it and do it anyway, have courage, and to take away the guesswork. For those of you just starting out, there's so much guesswork in creating a product or a service or a resource. My goal is to get that out of the way for you and create best-selling products your prospects and customers will happily rush to invest in. That's fun. That's fun. When you offer something for the first time and people are just coming on board in droves. It's fun. Another dumb internet question. Would you be interested in something like that? Yay or nay in the Q&A. Come on, folks. Thank you for scrolling my screen. Of course, yes, of course, Jeff. Awesome. All right. So I'm inviting you to, here's my personal invitation to profitable product creation, how to cash in on your content. And here are the 5 training modules and the 3 bonuses. To get started here, a pre-module. Let me ask you this. Have any of you ever taken a course? Just give me a yes in the Q&A. If you've ever taken a course or bought a resource or whatever, you had no idea where to get started and no idea what to do next. Yeah, I knew the screen was going to scroll. There's a lot of that out there. That's why every resource has a pre-module, where to get started, what to do next. And then, how do you find out what folks want? Module 2, then giving them what they want. Module 3, helping you dig deep and pull out of you your transformation process. What do you do that helps people? Module 4, then creating your best-selling product with all of those tools. Bonus number 1, I don't want you to stop with just one. I want to help you create your product funnel or your ascension ladder, whatever you want to call it, as people continue to do business with you. I love lifelong customers. Sam, is this the same package as your profitable content creation templates? No, Sam, completely different. The templates help you create content. This helps you create current and yet to be created content and turn it into products and services. Okay, bonus number 2, you and I on the phone doing a consult. Personally, you and I looking at your stuff and pulling out good products. See, here's the thing. This is why I will always have a coach or coaches. I'm really good at what I do, and yet I'm just like everyone else. I can get way too close to what I'm doing and not see the obvious. Other people can see stuff you can't see. And that's what I want to do with you and I on the phone, helping you see what you can't see and creating some products and profit out of it. And then bonus number 3, just product creation vault. Right now, in the members area is this and this. The rest we'll create live. Now, look at these a little bit closer. Exactly where to get started in the pre-module, exactly what to do next, discovering the needs of your prospects and your unique gifts and abilities. Your unique gifts and abilities. Sometimes something you write doesn't seem like a tongue twister when you write it, and then you try to say it. Your unique gifts and abilities. Right there waiting for you right now are videos that show you exactly how to do that. Step by step, 5-minute videos, do it, implement it, come back and consume the next one. Say, module 1, whoops. What do they want? How to enter into the conversation already going on in the mind of your prospect. How many of you have had that experience today? felt like I was entering into something you were already thinking and talking about something you were already wondering about or thinking about. Yeah, thanks for scrolling the screen. There is an art to that. It's not magic. There's steps to it. I'm going to give you a lot of discovery strategies. Now, here's somebody that gave me this when I asked a question, what's your most important question about our topic for the webinar? I don't have any questions right now. You seem to answer mine before I even ask them. Boom. Harry, in the vault, are you talking about the monthly vault? Yeah, it will be in the vault. Absolutely. Come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. Sorry, little Jimmy Buffett moment. This will be available to everybody till Monday, and then it goes in the vault. So, all right, that's module 1. Module 2, give them what they want. Discovering your product sweet spot, leveraging your product sweet spot, and picking and using delivery strategies. Module 3, your transformation process. Discovering your unique transformation process, even if you didn't know you had one, and especially if you don't know what it is. Okay? Taking you from process to product and how to deliver your transformation in Module 3. And then in Module 4, we put it all together and create your best selling product. So you'll finish this thing with your best selling product created if you do the work. Do the work. We start this on Monday, June, as he looks at his calendar, Monday, June 16th. Monday, June 16th, 7 p.m. Now, that'll be different. You're catching this by replay on down the line. And then bonus number 3. No, I'm sorry, we were doing this, yeah. All right, I got lost, I'm sorry. I do that sometimes, okay? How to deliver your transformation. We went back here. And then creating your best-selling product. Do you do it in text, audio, or video, or a combination? Different product delivery systems. Free, and some you invest in. I didn't change that from last week. Oops. On the importance of bonuses. Bonuses are huge. And I'll show you how to deliver them without doing any extra work. Speaking of bonuses, how to create your funnels and your ascension ladders. How people can get more and more invested with you. Creating your product and resource lineup. Cool thing to do. And then, you and I on the phone, one-on-one, brainstorming and implementing your killer idea. And then the vault, the product creation vault, different, Harry, from the vault you were talking about. Articles about product creation, videos about product creation, that awaits you now. So, here's the whole thing. Here's where you go. ProfitableProductCreation.com. That's ProfitableProductCreation.com. I invite every single one of you to go over there and watch the mercifully brief 49-second video created, yes, with Video Maker FX. And look at the problem Lisa has, that all of you have, and how she's able to solve it. Okay? You get all of this. Get started here at pre-module. Module number 1, what do they want? Module number 2, give them what they want. Module number 3, your transformation process. Module number 4, creating your best-selling product. And the bonuses, creating your product funnel, product consult with me, and Jeff's product creation vault. If you are one of my high-level, high-ticket mentees, this is part of your mentor program. Folks, when you get to that level, my second highest level, all this stuff you get, that's part of it. So, yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, Joan. Monday the 16th is when we'll start. Okay? So here's where you want to go, profitableproductcreation.com. Let's see if I have that up here. I think I have. Well, what do you know? It's right there to show. That was an accident. I should have just made it look like it was very smooth, like I meant to do that, but I didn't. Okay, so here's a little bit video. That whopping I'm sorry, I said 48 seconds. It's 49. Sorry. And how Lisa solved her problem. All right. 2 ways to come on board. 3 payments of only $77, spaced out a month apart. One now, one in a month after that. Or you can save yourself 38 bucks and come on board for $197. Okay. Now, here's all that you get. These buttons, click either one, and then you'll make the choice between 77 or 197. Many of you like to invest with PayPal. That's fine with me. We provided a way for you to do that. 197 right there with PayPal. 3 payments of only 77 right there with PayPal. And yes, folks, those of you that are thinking about the 3 pay, here's the deal. You do your first pay, and you get it all. I do this on the honor system, okay? So you get everything with the first payment. You're protected by I call it my Module 1 guarantee, okay? Come to Module 1. Check her out. If you decide it's not for you, before Module 2 starts, let us know. We'll refund your investment. The only time that wouldn't be true is if we've already done your product consult. I'm investing my time, which is hugely valuable. I mean, you're getting somewhere between a $500 and $1,000 bonus right there, folks, for your investment of $197. That is the guarantee, and this is where you want to go. Joan is saying I'm going to have to talk loud that night because her daughter is her 22nd birthday murder mystery party. Oh, shoot, Joan, just tune us in. Partway through the training, can we just listen? Goodness. Connie. I don't know. I can't promise you that, Connie. Will I make the cost back soon? Connie, that's the wrong question. Okay? The right question is, what do I need to do? And am I willing to play full out in this course so I can make the investment back? Okay. Welcome aboard to Connie Hampton, who's on board. Thank you, Connie. Awesome. And is that you, Connie, that I'm answering the question of? Because, folks, play full out with me. Okay. Get involved in this and play full out. Kim says, tell Connie if she does the work you recommend, she will. Okay. Great, Connie. Awesome. You really need to make it back. Okay, when you play full out, you do fine. I'm thinking about all the courses I've taken, all the workshops I've gone to, the ones where I've played full out, and the ones where I've just been, for whatever reason, not playing full out. And here's what I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you that if you do not play full out, by the end of this course, everything will be pretty much the same as it was when you started. Okay? I can guarantee you that. Play full out, and you'll do well. This stuff works, folks. I wouldn't be showing it to you if it didn't work. Okay? Here's the page you go to, Profitable Product Creation. Watch the video, see what Lisa did, and make your choice here. Okay? Just to review, here's your modules. The Get Started Here pre-module, so you know exactly where to get started and exactly what to do next. Module 1, helping you find out what your clients, students, members, patients, whatever you call them, list members, what do they want? Module 2, give them what they want, how to give them exactly what they want. Module 3, identifying your transformation process. Module 4, creating your best-selling products. And then bonuses, creating your product funnel in bonus number 1, you and I on the phone in bonus number 2. Kim, may I call on you, Kim? who's in the our mentorship program. In that consult we did last week, as part of your mentorship, were we able to identify some things that you weren't seeing? She said yes before I finished the question. Now, heck yes. And oh, thank you, Kim. That consult was priceless. I like that. That'll show up in marketing somewhere with your permission. Let's see. Kent is asking, does this play off of the profitable content creation templates? Certainly, we use them because one of the ways that you create content is through the templates. We build your product with content you've already created. And the beautiful thing about that, Ken, is you can take a lot of those and easily create good content. So yeah, it plays right off of it, fits real well. Now, some of you are saying, do I got to have the templates to take this course? No, it would help. But I'm going to show you how to create a lot of templatized information products. So you'll be okay either way. Awesome. So another Kent, maybe that's you, Kent, just came on board. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to James, to Jay, to Sarah and Alice. Awesome. Can't get to all the names quite yet. Kim says, our discussion of that consultation has been running in the back of my mind ever since we hung up the phone. Love it. That's just what I want to have happen. For it to stay with you. And you build stuff out of it. Beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. So there was a question that I marked a while back that my buddy Sam asked that I didn't understand. Jeff, could you please recover most talk features? Oh, now I understand it. Okay. Here's something I said. Most people talk features, some talk benefits, some talk transformation. That's pretty much what I called it. Okay. Think of a typical sales page. A feature is you get 17 PDFs. That's a feature. So many people load up their courses with 17 PDFs and 21 videos and la-di-da-di-da. I don't care. If you can give me the cure for my problem in a 5-minute video, that's all I need, and I'll pay you a lot for it. Okay? So that's a feature-focused offer. A benefit-focused offer is, okay, what do those 17 PDFs do for you? 17 PDFs so you can build your information product today. Okay, that's good. That's better. It's better than boring features. What's the best is transformation. What's the difference it's going to make? Okay, the bottom line transformation of this course that you need to be in if you're on this webinar, and I know many of you are already on board, the bottom line transformation of this course is for you to be able to create products that your community will invest in whenever you want or need to. Welcome aboard, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, that's the bottom line transformation. Going from being confused, knowing you need to create products but not knowing how, to being able to do it whenever you want or need to. That's a pretty powerful transformation. Okay? Here's what I want you to be able to do. Okay? I call this my John Lennon strategy. John Lennon is quoted as saying, okay, I want to sit down and write a swimming pool. He wanted to put a pool in his house. So he sat down and wrote a really good Lennon-McCartney song. Okay? I want you to have the ability that when you want or need income, you can sit down and write a swimming pool. In our world, it's sitting down and creating an offer, creating the resources behind that offer, and then offering it. Folks, I cannot tell you in the time we have left how cool it feels, how much confidence it gives you, And listen to these 3 words that are next. How much confidence it gives you in any economy. In any economy. To know, because you know how to know what your folks want and how to deliver it. To know that you can sit down, create an offer, have people respond to it, invest in it, create the product and resource, and the income comes in. It is a huge confidence builder every day. And I will show you in the course several strategies to have money coming in every day. How many of you have ever got an email from me? Not period, that's an easy answer. How many of you have ever got an email from me that said, "Dear profitable content creation template owner," or "You're getting this email because you downloaded the 3 mistakes template," or in some way, I identified who you were. See you Monday, Paul. Cheers, back at you. That's called segmenting your list. Sending a specific email to a specific group of people based on their actions. That's a great way to make this work for you, okay? For instance, okay, give you an example. This was a product creation webinar, right? Who do you think got the alert about this webinar first? The people that signed up for product creation stuff in the past. That's real simple, but it's powerful, okay? So I want you to have that confidence. I want you to have that ability. That's the transformation that's delivered here. So I hope that answers your question, Sam. So folks, yeah, you got to name features and you really got to name benefits. What you want to do is name transformation. Because I name and identify transformation, that's why I get so many people. What do we got so far? 16 folks on board from this call. Because I deliver transformation and I tell you what it is. And you guys want it. You're welcome, Sam. How do I know you want it? Because I asked you. Are you connecting the dots here? All right, so there are your modules. 5 training modules, 3 bonuses, at least. All of you that have taken stuff with me before know there's always more stuff than I promised in there. We're going to launch this Monday, 7 p.m., June 16th. Now listen, it's normal to miss some of the trainings. We have busy lives. Here's how we deal with that. The training will be recorded and in your members area within 24 to 48 hours, usually sooner. And if you know you're going to miss something, here's something I do that I don't know anybody else that does this, except you guys now that I've taught you it. If you know you're going to miss a training and you have questions around that topic, put them in the members area or put them in our special Profitable Product Creation Facebook group, private group, and I'll answer them. When we get to the Q&A part of the training, at the end, I'll answer them. And then you can go back and when you listen to the replay, I'll be talking to you by automation. It's kind of cool. So that's how you get around that, which, you know, there I've already given you an unannounced bonus, right? We're going to have a Facebook group where you can not only get answers from me, but get answers from each other. I think it was the list building group recently that a new person came into, introduced herself, asked a question, and I just love all you guys that are in that group that, gosh, the answers went on for pages almost. You made a new person feel really welcome, and you made me feel really proud. So thanks, guys. So that's the bonus that'll come with this. That'll be put together before we start on Monday. So we're in the home stretch here, folks. I want to thank you for hanging out with me and investing your time, which is your most valuable resource. Go ahead and invest another valuable resource, and that's your money, invest in yourself with this course. Invest in creating your own profitable products. Okay? And a little side story. A couple of weeks ago, I was in an affiliate contest. Now, just a brief word about that. I'll only be part of an affiliate contest if I really, really believe in what that resource is. Okay? And this one I was involved in, and I like to win when I get involved. And my 12-year-old said something really cool to me. It brought tears to my eyes. He goes, "Dad, I hope you win that affiliate contest." And I said, "Why is that, son?" He goes, "Well, I know you'll get a $350 Amazon gift certificate, and you'll probably spend some of it on us." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then he slammed me. He got me. He goes, "And Dad, I've watched you ever since you've had this job. You've worked your butt off for people, and you deserve it." Getting choked up. So, thanks, Caleb. And I want that kind of stuff in y'all's lives. Okay, people noticing that you're making a difference. Okay, so Kim, no, you don't have to search for the group. You guys will get invited. Let's see. Doug, yes, got here late. Do you have a note from home, buddy? There will be a replay of this. It'll be available within 24 to 48 hours, and we will let you know when it's available by email. So no worries there. And so thank you for being here, folks. Thank all of y'all that have come on board. Can't wait to work with you and talk with you on the phone, help you with you creating your products. So go get this stuff, folks, right here. ProfitableProductCreation.com. Go get this stuff. And as always, go use this stuff. And we will catch you next time.